What's up? I saw you guys whining and moaning about the thing saying that this thing is not there, but for some reason it's not working. Here, I'll even show you. Let me go back to my starting screen. I'm gonna copy. Hey, let's see. I'm gonna copy my screen share with you. Oh wait, wrong monitor. Oh, why are things not working today? Hang on. Oh my God. I'm very frustrated right now. Why is this not... This is supposed to share my main monitor, but it's not. Did we change... I hate OBS sometimes. Like, I don't understand what changed. Anyways, so main monitor here. Why is this flickering? Anyways. Trying to change stuff here. So if I go to studio mode here and show you guys, and I go to starting screen, I should be able to switch over. And so I do transition here. You can see there's the starting screen. And now we're back to the main monitor. So if I switch over and grab the... switch over and grab this little guy here, which is the main cam. So I'm going to do question info, which is this guy here. So if I turn that on and off, there we go, question info. If I copy this and we go to starting screen and hit paste, I'm just going to reference it. It doesn't show up. Even if I hit transition here, it doesn't show up. I don't know why. Let me see if I get rid of it and let's paste another reference. Yeah, it's still not showing up. See, this is a live feed. It's not working. So we're gonna figure that out. Of course, something's got to break. Wouldn't be a stream without something breaking. Mildly annoyed at technology today. So, anyways, how's everybody doing? Apparently better than I am today. Basically, last week I'm still not 100%, but last week I caught something. It was not the COOF, the human malware, whatever you want to call it, but I got basically nothing done. I was just completely out of it, just fatigued and everything. Don't know what, but took the little, the little pregnancy test, and it came back negative. So, but yeah, so let's get to this. So it looks like the bot is working. I just realized my beard and my thing are a mess. Anyways, I've had a busy day. It's 4 o'clock. I've been up at a reasonable time. I am tired, so if I'm out of steam or not as energetic today, that's why. It's been a long day, and it's not going to be over until like 7 o'clock at least. I got a couple more meetings after the stream. So, have I looked at a stream deck from Elgato to use with OBS? Yes, I have one. I have the big boy. He's right here. I use it. Boop. See? Boop. Anyways, let's get to this. I do have a quick rant to get into. Sorry about the crazy startup. I guess if you're not happy with the stream, just you can get a refund, for the free stream. We've had, I don't know if you guys remember, we had some people that are like, I can't believe I watched this. I'm like, do you want a refund? For the free thing you voluntarily watched. Anyways, I do have a couple announcements. So in order to help ease my burden, I've been doing a couple things. So my girlfriend Chris is going to be helping us out with some of the social media stuff with the TikToks and email scheduling, stream scheduling, telling me when I'm going to get through piles of printers. Kaiwu, if you guys are watching, I do have your printer. I've just been busier than hell, and the thing that gets shelved, I'm not a YouTuber by trade. This is just something we do as an extra. So printer reviews are the things that get tabled, and streams are what's get tabled when I'm busy. So yeah, that's what's been going on. So getting caught up. So Chris is gonna be assisting me with some of the marketing stuff, some of the social media stuff, and getting her trained on that. If you guys have been in our Discord, you'll know she's very active on there, and I appreciate it. You know, I'm hoping that this works out. We're giving it a couple, like a 2-month trial period for both of us to see how well things work out. See if we were going to kill each other or not. You know, but I want to give her an opportunity. And if I'm just going to give her a little shout out here. She is starting her own little thing that hopefully will grow into, you know, maybe not a huge business, but, you know, at least something for her to, you know, pay her bills and stuff, and who knows. But if you or anybody you know are into collecting crystals, that's the kind of stuff she is passionate about, and she's, you know, collects them because they're cool looking, knows about them. She's not one of those people that are like, my crystals will cure cancer. No, she's not one of those types. She's like, ooh, shiny things. See, I have some crystals she gave me. I have no idea what this is, but it looks cool. And she's also going to be doing some 3D printing stuff. So, anyways, yeah, where's Remo? Remo's laying down. He's behind me. I said his name. He's been a pain today because it's been very warm out. When it's warm out, guess who wants to go OUTS-IDE? All the time. That thing. But he doesn't understand that Dad has a day job. So, what's our rant? Our rant is Creality and their power supplies again. You know, I saw some people, the majority of people are kind of peeved and, you know, in agreement with me with the whole why it's kind of a bait and switch where they are switching out these power supplies to their own brand. There's a YouTube commenter, and I like attributing credit because I have no problem sharing credit where credit is due. I just got to find the guy's name here. Where is it? Scrolling. So, oh, his name is just Ohm with a thumbnail of Barney Stinson holding up. He says, I believe the Creality power supply is made by WeHo. My two are identical inside and out to the WeHo LRS 350-24. So he has the WeHo. I don't know about you guys. I have not heard of WeHo as a name brand power supply. But if we go to WeHo's site, I would agree with him. I'm pretty sure this is what Creality is using as their OEM here. The fan mount is the same. So if I pull up my, well, I don't even need to pull it up. I got the damn power supply sitting right here. So we look at the hole spacing. It's similar. The offsetness of the screws is the same. From what I can tell, the size of the fan is the same. The only thing I can visually tell that's different is the 4 holes here. So these here, you can see these are like in this orientation where these two are next to each other horizontally, whereas this is up and down. But it wouldn't surprise me. The warning label is similar, but I'm looking at like the PCB. What I can see through the little window here, it's close, but it's hard to tell. Either way, this is a good opportunity to show you guys the kind of stuff that China pulls. Maybe I should order WeHo or whatever. Clearly, this is a knockoff. They're using, you know, they're doing the same thing GigaDevice does. They knock off even the model numbers to make it seem like it's an equivalent. And not only that, but they also knock off the data sheet. And I pulled this up, so I have the 2 data sheets here. I've got the WeHo one. Okay, this is theirs that I downloaded here. So WeHo, you see I had to scroll up. I had this open earlier. And then we have the Meanwell. I think I can bring this over. Yeah, I can bring this over to another instance. I was working on Microsoft Teams here. So anyways, if we scroll here, like obviously, like the color is even the same. The specifications are even the same. And you can see here, so this is a single page document, okay? There's nothing here, but they have note.2, note.3, note.4, and would you look at that? Note.2, note.3, note.4, even down to the same font size. You can see these are smaller sizes than the other two. They're exactly the same. So they just literally edited the document from Meanwell and copied all the specifications. So, like, they got rid of the 3.3, the 4.2, and the 5. So if you look at the 12, let's see. So, or let's look at the 24. We'll go down the line. So we got rated current 14.6. Look at that, 14.6. We've got here rated power 350.4, 350.4. The ripple and noise, including the Note 2. Why is this like? Do you see this is like moving itself a couple pixels? Foxit, what are you doing? Why? This is bugging the crap out of me. Anyways, literally same exact thing. 21.6 to 28.8. 1% tolerance for the voltage. Is 0.5% for the line regulation. 0.5% for the load regulation. It's exactly the same. Oh, look at that. Even their setup and rise times are the same. 1300 milliseconds /50 at 230. Same thing. Hold up time, 16 milliseconds and 12, exactly the same. Efficiency, they're saying, do you guys see this? They screwed up. They definitely copied this. Look at, do you see how the columns don't line up here? Look what they do line up. They copied this from Meanwell's. They just got rid of the LRS 3.3. I just noticed this as I'm streaming right here. Look at 79, 81.5, 83.5. 79.5, 81.5, 83.5. They forgot to delete the efficiencies from the columns from the 3.3 and the 5s. They straight up ripped this off. This is 100% a fucking ripoff. Like, this is what Chinese companies do, and this is why I will not buy a power supply from these no-name companies. And especially if this is the company that Creality is using, I'm just going off of info. I'm sorry, I'm not trusting this crap. They literally ripped this off. I was going to be like, this is close, but no, look it. The dumbasses forgot to remove the efficiency columns for the 3.3, the 4.2, and the 5 from the Meanwell datasheet that they copied. Because look it, they don't line up. They don't line up. Like everything else though, here. And here's the thing. So their power supply, the fan is offset. The holes are offset on these corners, not these corners. So like we have the Meanwell here, okay? Oh, wait. Okay, so if I'm looking at it, oh, my image is mirrored. Okay, so see? But if we look at the knockoff, oh, look at that. The screw holes are not lining up. It is literally a copy and paste job. For WeHo, I mean, I would assume, based on the information, that that's a pretty good assumption, especially if this guy has a WeHo and he's got the Creality and he says he opened them up. But this is just a good example, at the very least, of showing you guys why I don't like buying no-name power supplies, because if they're too goddamn cheap to make their own goddamn data sheet, and they're literally copying the data sheet from the company of the product that they're ripping off, what other corners are they cutting? It's as simple as that. And they're so lazy they couldn't even get rid of. And I was like, well, they're missing the 3.3, the 4.2, and the 5. I was like, well, everything else is similar enough. I did not catch this before the stream. I genuinely, sure as shit, can even ask my guys, because I talked about this and I sent it to them. I didn't even notice that they left the columns in here for the for the other ones that they deleted. They're idiots, and this is the kind of shit that the Chinese companies do. I'm sure there's companies from other countries that do this, but sorry if it hurts your feelings, but the reality is the majority of companies doing shit like this are out of China. That's just how it is. And it's really sad, because guess what? They don't care that they're selling you crap. They don't care that they're selling you stuff that doesn't meet these specs. All they care is they get your money. Yeah, I'm just, there we go. I will say they copied it from Meanwell. 100% WeHo. So let's see, can we buy a WeHo power supply? Let's see if we can find a WeHo power supply. Because how funny would that be if I got it and it literally is exactly the same on the inside. I don't know if there's any, were there any WeHo markings? You guys remember when we were going over these inside there? Let's see if we can find us a WeHo. I want a nice good WeHo. All right, hang on. Unity, currently unavailable. Let's see. Amazon's got all sorts of knockoff shit on here. because Amazon basically is Chinese is AliExpress with quick shipping. Here's enclosed type. I want knockoffs. I mean, maybe if we order one of these from Amazon, we'll get knockoffs, but I have no idea. I want something that doesn't look like a knockoff, or that does look like a knockoff, not that says it's a mean whale, because we'd be more likely to get something probably genuine if it says mean whale. Damn, I want a Weehoo. Oh, that's a mouthful. I don't even know. Let's see. Damn, 3D printer power supply. I want something that clearly is probably a Weehoo. This is not. This is clearly a knockoff, but not the knockoff we're looking for. Let's see. Mean bad? Maybe I should come out with that. Let's see. I mean, we're gonna find mean whales on here. No Weehoo. Anybody have a Weehoo laying around they want to send me? You want to send me your Weehoo? Show me your Weehoo. Maybe I'll just reply to that guy and be like, hey, can you send me pictures of it? That would do. Let's see. Can we find a Weehoo on AliExpress? Wait, did that say human hair wigs? It sure is shit. Who wants some human hair wigs? Ugh. I don't want to know how they got the human hair. I guess that's where the hair from the people that speak out against the CCP end up. You're now a wig. Let's see. There's no Weehoos. Wait. It's no longer available. Can we find other photos though? This is the Weehoo official store. Hang on, let's see. Weehoo. I'm on a mission now. I want a Weehoo. All right, well, let's not. I'm hyper fixating now. Yay, ADHD. I'm trying to see. Okay, here's other pictures. Oh, wait, hold up. Okay, that's a mean whale grill-ish. But, okay, here's an interesting thing. The thing is folded over. So is this on the Creality. It's hard to tell. I'm just gonna ask the guy. We're gonna pop this on and see if I find any Weehoo markings. And then we're gonna move on. And Mr. Ohm, who left your comment on there, if you have your Weehoo, send me some pictures of your Weehoo. Just email them to our support. Just support@th3dstudio.com, and make sure you put in the title pictures of my Weehoo that Tim wanted or something like that. Let's see. Do we have any? Let's see if it says Weehoo at all on the PCB. But the thing is, there could be a million different power supply clone manufacturers. It's very common for one factory to pump out a bunch of crap, and then it be resold under a bunch of different brand names. I don't know where this screwdriver came from, but it like sucks. Let's see. I do see A-400 FGF-R1. So A-400 FGF-R1. Does that yield any results? A400-FGF-R1. No results for power supplies anyways. Let's Google. Yeah, I'm not finding anything. Let's take this out of its box. Let's see if there's anything, you know, we'll save this for another tangent. This is like a hangout stream type thing. So I only got so much time today. So anyways, possibly Weehoo, WeHo clearly knocked off Creality's, or not Creality, Meanwell's, um, Meanwell's data sheet, like word for word, and did a shitty job at removing the 3 columns for the lower voltage power supplies. Which, thank you for doing that, because it just confirmed that you guys just shamelessly ripped it off. Just because you rip off the data sheet doesn't mean your product actually going to live up to what you ripped off. Also, before I take the PCB out of here, who wants to see me put this under a load test versus an actual Meanwell? I have an actual 24 volt Meanwell here, and I have a load tester right there that can put up to 400 watts load on something. Would you guys like to see that? And should that be something I record or do live? And then we'll get to the questions. What do you guys think? Record or do it live? If you guys even want to see something like that. All right. Because that'll be a good thing is, okay, like, how well does that power supply hold up under load? Like, measure how much voltage drop we're getting versus the Meanwell. Because I can tell you, like, Meanwell, when you put a full load on it, it barely moves. Blow that shit up. Do it live. Okay. Take bets on if it'll fail. 1 record, live. Bada boom. 2 records. Looks like most people want live. So, what was it? Was it Bill? The guy, the old meme, was like, fuck it, we'll do it live. He's like getting mad at the teleprompter. So that's what we'll do. We'll do it live. All right, let's get into the questions here, because that's what you guys are here for. So Steve is asking about the Easy Flex. So basically, guys, Easy Flex are on the way in. Any sizes we have out of stock, we will get restocked in about 2 to 3 weeks tops. They have been shipped. They're on a container, quite literally a slow boat over to here. With the price of air going up, air shipping, they're not charging us for air. Not yet. You know, give it time. Maybe they'll figure a way to charge us for that. But given the price of air shipping, we have to send stuff over slow boat because it's getting too cost prohibitive. And I'm tired of raising prices on everything. So, Spasmatic, what do you think about the EasyBoard? Wait, are you screwing with me? They're not cloning our EasyBoard. There's no way Big Tree Tech is cloning our EasyBoard. I need sources. There's no way in hell. I feel like if they were actually cloning our EasyBoard, I would be getting blown up with people telling me that they're cloning our EasyBoard. I'm looking in Discord. Wait, really? I swear to God, are they going to make the name EasyBoard resemble something that's a piece of shit? Let me see. I mean, you want me to talk shit about them even more? Go ahead and make a product with the same exact name as us. That that will legit piss me off. Let's see, but hey, you know, if you can't make a good product, then try to, you know, name it something that actually works and confuse your customers further. I will gladly tell all the customers that Big Tree Tech gets selling that product to kindly go screw off. And I'm trying to find here. I'm not talking smoothly because I'm searching right now. Anybody got a link? Or are you guys just trolling me? We'll circle back to that. I'm going to leave that at the top here. Let's see. Nugs Fan. Any quick cure settings I should know to start setting up a direct drive Ender 3 Pro? I got all new all-metal hot end and the Creality direct drive to install. The only thing I'd recommend is just start with your Ender 3 profile and drop the retraction. I'd start at like 2 millimeters and see how far you can go before you start getting stringing. But if you get jams, you're retracting too much. So with an all metal, I'd highly recommend reading our all metal hot end guide. And I'm pulling that up right now. It's called Using Your All Metal Hot End, and I highly recommend any brand you're using. Read the guide here. I'm posting it in chat. There you go. And that applies to a complete hot end replacement or all metal heat break. if you guys are in the market for a all-metal heat break upgrade, we now have bi-metal copper and titanium heat breaks for Creality hot ends, for not all of the Creality hot ends, but most of them. So like your ones that come on your CR10, Ender 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. But we did actually put measurements, so I'll just show you guys. In case you're not sure if it'll fit, you can actually just pull your stock heat break and compare it against what ours is. And I'm going to show that right now. There we go. So we have them here, and these are actual pictures. These are not renders. These are the same manufacturer that we've been using for all our heat breaks, so they're nice and polished. It's hard to get a good picture of these because they're so shiny, but it's M6 threads. You got the 6.95/7 millimeter diameter on the actual the like neck or throat, whatever, or the neck, I think is the correct term for that. And then the length is about 27.5. So those of you guys that were using our titanium one, where it was a little bit shorter, it was basically the same thing, except it was all titanium instead of the bimetal. This is a lot easier to install because it's full length. So we had feedback from people that said, hey, it works, but it's hard to install, and I get it. So we had these made to be longer. So they're the same length as the factory heat break. So do you need to use oil with them? Try it. If you start getting jams, any all metal hot end, and what makes an all metal hot end is the heat break. So if you put a all metal heat break in a normal hot end, it is now classified as an all metal hot end. Anyone is going to be more prone to jamming, especially with PLA. I do have here noted that it doesn't fit the CR10 V2 V3. I believe it might. We had somebody ask, but I don't know why the question is not showing up on here. Maybe he asked on somewhere else. I think it was a YouTube comment asking if it fits the V2 V3. I don't have a V2 V3 like here to actually like pull the hot end apart. So if you got a V2 V3 and you don't mind taking your hot end apart, if you can like let me know, like either post in our Discord or send us a message, I'd appreciate it, because I don't have that anymore. I think I can't remember if Doug got my CR10 V2 or if it went to one of my other friends. I can't remember. But yeah, so let me get back on track here. But yeah, we have these. So, and I think like, a comparison would be like, I think Slice makes them. Because somebody mentioned them. Is it the Copperhead heat break? Oh yeah, they have these weird variants. So I guess like the CR10, whatever. Okay, so C-E. That is weird. Those are weird colors. So those are almost like tarnished. What is this, like copper and is it copper and titanium? I don't know. Is it copper and titanium? That's what ours are. Why do they not have this listed? I'm assuming it's copper. Anyways, why am I blanking out here? I thought I saw, I might have been looking at maybe another company's one. Oof. Anyways, we have them. Sorry, I'm like trying to multitask and not doing very well today. So, anyways, let's go back to the questions. What do we have here? Okay. Refresh. Somebody posted in live. I'm assuming you posted in live streams. Did you post it in live streams? Okay, so they're not calling it the easy board. The SKR3 Easy. Oh, is it? We'll see. We'll see how easy it is. Easy to put in the trash. Copper and steel. I would comment on this, but I'm banning on commenting on BTT shit on Facebook. That's funny. I probably am too. Although I haven't like posted anything on their stuff. I just let their crappy products speak for themselves. And just, people bring it up, sure. When are large bag of gummies come in? I don't know. I didn't get them. Again, prioritizing things. Dean is asking, what do you think about the direct drive setup from Microsoft for the Ender 3 and Ender 3 V2? I don't know if Tripod is watching, but I know he's got it. Is that the one with the geared angled one? I think it looks weird. I personally don't like the look of it, but I don't know how well it works. So I can't be like, oh, it's shit just because it looks weird. If it works, it works. What do I think of Anchor getting into the 3D printing space? I think they're gonna have a hard time when they realize how many different possible ways consumers are gonna figure out how to break the thing and make it not work. And then consumers are also going to be quickly slapped in the face with the reality that no matter how many plastic covers you put on it, no matter how much marketing crap and marketing wink you put towards a product, it's still a printer. It's still going to have all the same issues that printers have. LB Sharp, I've got a CR10S with Mario 119. I want a dual drive so I can use one of the nylon, use one for Nylon X. Oh, so he's changing an extruder. He wants to know if he's going to have to upgrade Marlin to the motherboard. So no, you're not going to upgrade the motherboard, but you probably will need to flash the firmware. So we actually have firmware on our site for that stock board. So if you have Marlin 119 and it's a CR10S, you're going to use the 2560 board firmware. And I'm typing that right now, and I'll post in the chat. And that actually, if that's actually the board that has the 2560 CPU, and it's not the and it's not the 1284, then you can actually just go ahead and update it over USB. But if you have the 8-bit board that is the 1284p CPU, you will need to flash the bootloader. So we do actually still carry bootloader kits. They go in and out of stock because we don't really stock them as quickly as we did, just because the main thing people are doing right now is going over to 32-bit, and those come with bootloaders already. But if you have a 2560 board, you're going to have no issues. So if I go here and pull up like the 2.2, this is that's on our website. This board already has the bootloader flash to it, so you can just update over USB. But if you have the V1.1.4 or similar, that looks like this with a little smaller 1284p processor, you're going to need to burn the bootloader. So either way, you don't have to replace your board. The difference is what the process is going to look like. The good news is once you actually flash the bootloader onto this board, you can then update over USB. The bootloader is a one-time thing, and we've got firmware for both. So if you go under Creality boards, you can see CR10S. So if you have an S series, you should have the 2560 board. If you have a CR10, you're going to have what's called the Melzi board, which is the 1284p. And we have the bootloader guide here, and we also have a bootloader kit as well. So we have the bootloader flashing package. This is still on our website. And we also have the bootloader flashing kit, which we still stock. And this is the Uno R3. So if you don't already have one of these and you want to just get everything with all the jumper cables and everything, and the board and the USB cable, we have a full kit here that includes everything for $20. So, and you can see here in this photo, these are older photos. This is before the V11X boards came out. So the 111, 112, 113, 114, 115s. This is what they used to look like. They actually didn't have any markings on them. They were just like a black or green PCB like this, and they had the 1284p CPU. But the flashing process is exactly the same for all of them. So the best thing to do is just crack open your printer's control box and see what you have in there. You know, a lot of people will be like, well, why can't you tell me what board I have without, opening it? Because there's so many different boards. Just open it up and check and see what you have. Because the reality is, if you have a board that's not what you think it is, like you have the 1284 and you thought you had a 2560 and you don't have an Arduino Uno laying around with all the jumper wires, you're going to have to be waiting now to purchase, an Uno and cables to flash the printer. So, Bits for Noobs, Creality took the word mean whale off their site. Let's see. The Creality 3D official store still shows it in the what's it called, in the description. So Creality 3D Official, I'm pretty sure that's their official website because I've bought from there before. I have an account on here, so yes, I've bought from here before. Yeah, anyways, no, they're still showing it. I'm on, so you got the Ender 3 here. I'll show it here. So the Ender 3, this one we know comes with the crap power supply. Ender 3 Pro, Meanwhile Power, multiple places. So Creality 3D Official still has it. Creality has, don't they also have like Creality3D.com, or I think the knockoff one that people are thinking was, isn't it like Creality 3D Shop or something? Oh yeah, it's Creality3D.shop. This is the scam one. Okay, is this Creality 3D Shop? I've heard so many people tell in the groups that they've gotten ripped off by this website. I guess they're a reseller and they either just rip people off or they're just absolutely terrible. I would assume they probably still have the outdated listing on here. They don't really have much of anything on here. Oh, yeah, there we go. Meanwhile Power Supply. But Creality 3D Official is their actual site, and they're still advertising this as Meanwhile Power. Yeah, in multiple places. So right here. Meanwhile Power. We adopt the Meanwhile supply. The printer is shielded by a power supply from voltage spikes and power outages. Boom. Let's see. Wait, orders and shipments from Creality 3D Official are Meanwhile Power Supply. As described on our website, we require /customize /must be Meanwhile. What does that even mean? Do I buy one of these just to prove them wrong and ship it to somewhere that's not my name? I'm very confused because this is actually Creality's website that they've been selling on for years. Whatever. So moving on. Peter Anderson again with the VFD displays. Peter, the VFDs are not happening. Not worth my time. Justin Dybell. Meanwhiles are so underrated for what they can do. It isn't even funny. Oh, I have pushed Meanwhiles like 30-40% past their limit before the overcurrent protection kicks in. And they don't break a sweat. They definitely don't push their power supplies with the given rating. You know, if they say it's going to do 29 amps, it's going to do 29 amps and still have some headroom. And the thing is, and we do this with a lot of our stuff too, like we have, you know, ratings that we publish for our Easy Board. I damn well know they can do higher than that, but the benefit of what's called derating is if I know my board's designed to handle 15 or 50 amps, you know, on the hotbed output or whatever, but I'm only advertising at 15 to 20, and that's what people are going to use it in, that's an expectation that that's what it's going to be used for, that means all the components are going to run cooler, which should result in the product lasting longer, and that's what I'm after. Now, you know, unlike Big Tree Tech's approach where, you know, they make you buy boards every 3 to 6 months because they just fail, and they have that nice recurring revenue stream, we prefer to actually make products that last for a couple years, you know, and do our best to do that so that way our customers aren't wasting their money. You know, but it does have a drawback where we're not getting this recurring revenue stream, making our control boards a consumable item instead of something that's meant to, you know, stay around for a while. Nugs fan, what power supply should I replace my Creality one with? Depending on what printer you have, Meanwhile's a good one to replace it with. We carry Meanwhiles for most of them. We have the 12 volt ones if you got a 12 volt printer, but if you got an Ender 3 or Ender 3 Pro, we have the 350 watt Meanwhiles. And you will actually get genuine Meanwhiles from us. If you order from places like you know, Amazon or eBay, you're literally playing luck of the dice or roll of the dice. I can't talk today apparently. In terms of if you get a, you know, a name brand one or not. Like we get ours from known resellers, you know, like Mauser, DigiKey. Basically, if they're a official Meanwhile reseller, that's where we get our power supplies from, because I don't want to risk sending out people, you know, clone power supplies. So, but there we go. I posted a link in the chat. So if you have an Ender 3, that one takes a 24 volt, 350 watt Meanwhile. And we also have two if you want to replace, like if you have the fat power supply. So you have the Ender 3 and not the 3 Pro, which got the fat power supply. We actually have an add-on too for a PSU cover and the STL files on our site if you want to print it yourself. What else? Let's see. Any thoughts on the Mercury One upgrade on Ender 5? I'm assuming that's a Core XY conversion. I haven't done anything with it, so I can't comment. Maybe somebody in the chat has messed with them. Rich G, always been curious if the first layer height is the slice layer height plus the thickness of a sheet of paper. Does Marlin always adjust for that? The first layer height is whatever you slice it to plus whatever you physically have the nozzle adjusted to, whether that's how it's leveled or whether you're using baby stepping. You know, if you have a Z offset because you're using a auto bed leveling sensor like a BL Touch or the Easy ABL, then yes, the firmware is going to move it, but you should be adjusting that on the fly during your first print. I always recommend running like a little skirt around it and then just keep an eye on it. You know, the reality is most of my printers, I can just hit print and walk away, but I always check to make sure that I always check to make sure that my first layer looks good. It's not too close, not too far, because as your printer breaks in, things start loosening up. You could have a varying first layer height and you might have to adjust it. In my experience, if you're having consistent variances in your first layer, like let's say, you know, you start a print, you know, and it finishes and the first one you didn't have to baby step, well, the second one you have to baby step, you know, plus or minus 0.1, and it keeps changing, then I would go and over all your printer's mechanicals, like the bearings, the belts, the V-slot wheel tensions, and your sensor to make sure nothing loosened up and nothing is, you know, kind of having slop in it, because your auto bed leveling sensor, whether you're using ours or a BL Touch or, you know, Creality's BL Touch knockoff, they're only going to be as accurate as the printer that it's physically installed on. Meaning if you have a printer that's got a lot of mechanical slop in it, you know, things are loose, it's just worn in, that's going to translate to poor accuracy. So... G-Fish, we're going to find a replacement power supply for the Chiron. So if you look on our videos, we did a video. I replaced ours with a 600 watt Meanwell. We don't carry it. It's a very expensive power supply compared to the other ones. I think it was about $110. And we have the PSU bracket that I designed for that. We don't sell it. We can print it for you. But we don't sell like the power supply or the bracket, and the bracket's a free download, but it's for the SE 624. But that power supply, I want to say, I can't remember if I got that from Mauser or if I took my chances and got it from Amazon just because it was a one-off thing. Let me see. But it was not cheap. Oh, the SE-624, it's not coming up on Mauser. Oh, is it because I'm putting a V at the end? It's just 24. Why did I put V? It's just 24. Why did I put V? God damn it. I gotta fix that. Mauser's got 276, and you're gonna pay for one of them 98 plus shipping, so you're probably gonna pay about 120 bucks. But I can tell you we've been running that power supply in our Chiron for quite some time now. Like, I don't know, from the time we put the video up until now, and it's been running great. So it's solid. It gets the job done. So yeah, we have a no, it's fine. Yeah, so unlike other YouTube channels, and some people see this as a good thing, some people see it as a bad thing, some people don't care. You know, this is not how I make my living. You know, we only make a couple $100 a month off YouTube. We don't make much. Obviously, I can't live off of, you know, the money I make off YouTube. YouTube wouldn't even cover my electric bill. You know, but we run a store where we sell upgrades, printer parts, accessories. I do the streams. I do put out firmware for the printers, try to make people's lives easier. I started as a hobbyist, and my background is in IT, so I kind of applied that to a lot of the stuff we do here. So we have, you know, actual tech support with ticketing system and everything. We've got live chat, and we're one of the few places that actually does a lot of support on the parts, and you will never deal with somebody located outside of the U.S. if you purchase from us. Everybody is in the U.S. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean our prices are higher, but you pay a little bit more, and you actually get a company that will actually respond to your emails and actually stand behind their warranty. So, but what I like about it is we can be brutally honest with any sort of printer reviews we do or laser reviews or whatever product we're reviewing, because I don't care at the end of the day if we make affiliate money off of selling machines. So if a printer is crap and I personally don't think it's worth your guys' time or money, whether it's just a crap printer or it's priced too high, I can do that and not have to worry about, not putting food on my table because I'm, who's going to buy a printer that I give a bad review to through my affiliate links. I'm not singling any particular creator out, but I feel like as somebody that has reviewed most of the printers that other popular creators have and watch them give glowing reviews to these machines, it really comes across like a lot of these guys just give it a good review unless it's absolute dog shit, because they don't want to jeopardize their income. So the thing is, because we actually support what we sell, I've got a little more skin in the game. So if I tell you, hey, go buy our control board, we have control boards that are our own board that we make for certain printers. I'm the one who's personally on the hook for supporting it and warranting it and, standing behind it. Whereas, somebody who's making a video selling you a Big Tree Tech board and, they're taking, whatever commission is on the affiliate link, whether that's 5 to 10% is typically what you'll see depending on what promotions are running. They don't have to worry about if that board fails 2 months from now or a week from now, or the company is blowing you off because they don't want to give you a warranty replacement. This is my company. I'm the owner. So I'm personally responsible for it. And my whole methodology here is anything that's in our shop, if I will not put it on my printer, I don't use it. It's that simple. So that's why I don't sell Big Tree Tech products. I've had a lot of issues with them where they're just, the quality control is just non-existent. You get stuff that's got high DOA rates. If you do get something that works out of the box, it starts, taking a crap 2-3 months from now. And then good luck getting any help. So, I try to run the company in a way that I would want to be treated as a consumer, in ways that are fair. I will say now, if anybody's watching and you're the Karen type that'll yell and scream at a company because you broke something, we don't tolerate that here. We're very fair. If you screw something up, let us know. We usually will work something out. Be like, hey, we'll give you a discount off something, because hey, I fried my board. I hooked it up backwards or something, or I dropped the screwdriver on it. You should see some of the stuff we've had. Literally had a couple where my dog literally grabbed my box of parts and ate the order. Yeah, if you guys have an issue, just be honest with us and just don't be a dick. That's really all we ask, because we're not gonna just do free stuff just because someone's yelling and screaming at us. So just treat us how you'd want to be treated. That's it, and we'll do the same. So yeah, Gregory is asking, the all metal heat breaks you sell. Oh, I don't know. Will the all metal heat break cell work with a copper head heat break with the stock Creality, or is this a cheap workaround? I don't know what you mean, but if the heat break, do you have a copper head? I think the copper head hot end takes a different one. It will work in anything that takes that same Creality heat break. And like I said, if you guys have, and this is in general, with parts, which is why we're trying to when we put up new products like heat breaks and stuff, I take pictures with the calipers. So if for some reason we're not aware that this part fits another printer, you can easily go and take, your part that you already have, measure the dimensions on it and compare it to ours. And if it's the same, then yes, it'll work. Especially when you're talking about like physical parts like that. And if you guys don't have a set of calipers, every one of you watching, I'm assuming you guys have a 3D printer. If every one of you guys watching does not own a set of calipers and doesn't own a cheap multimeter, go right now and buy one. Seriously, go right now and buy one. If you don't own a set of calipers, go buy one. I try not to buy from Amazon just because I've watched them drive too many small businesses out. But like the sad part is, there's not too many. But I know most of you probably have Prime memberships. But there is a brand that I have used. So if you don't want to spend, so I have both higher end ones. Like this is a $130 Mitutoyo. And I also have like $30 ones. For what you're doing, unless you want to have the Mitutoyos, because you want the fancy stuff, and I get it. You want to treat yourself. The brand Neiko, Neiko, we have those in our shop, have been really, really good. They've been great for a set of budget calipers. They're fantastic. I'm trying to find. There we go. I was like, my chat wasn't popping up in OBS, so but we do have an Amazon affiliate link, so I'll plug Amazon there just for little stuff like this. That's my go-to for cheap calipers. They work well. And then for a multimeter, we don't carry them anymore because every time we carry them, people are like, I can get a cheaper one on Amazon. Okay, fine. Go buy your cheap multimeter on Amazon. I get it. But Astro AI is the one that I usually go with. It looks like I purchased one back in 2017. There you go. We will not be stocking multimeters again just because I can't compete with Amazon on the price. Like, I can't even get those meters for that cheap. So, but Astro AI multimeter, that's my go-to for a cheap multimeter, just for something to check voltages, check resistances, and I've had them for years. So, like, I have not thrown it out. It's out in the shop, along with a couple others. So, those are my two best bang for the buck. Those are two things that you guys should own if you have a 3D printer. And I'm assuming if you watch, you have a 3D printer. So if you don't own them, go buy them, and I appreciate it. Like, we're trying to do more affiliate stuff. I would like to do more affiliate stuff. Spoiler alert, though, I'm still not going to change being honest about things if they suck. But just trying to get some other revenue streams going and stuff. But if you are an Amazon hoe, we do have an Amazon affiliate link in the bottom because I get it. Like I said, I try to avoid Amazon, but you just can't these days. It sucks. So, but let's get back on track here. But yeah, get some calipers. Definitely need to own calipers if you have a 3D printer. What is your opinion of the cable direct drive to save weight? I haven't used one, me personally. I mean, my first impression was, that's kind of like neat, but I feel like there's a lot of backlash in the cable. Not my thing. Let me see. Creality. Bits for News is saying that site's not Creality's site. I was told by a Creality rep that it's at one point, maybe it's not now, but at one point that was not a reseller. That was Creality selling direct. So who knows? They can't even keep their board version straight and firmware straight. I doubt they can keep their website straight. Let's see. Elisa Wynn is asking, have you ever considered trying to raise the clock speed on Trinidad drivers? Default is 12, 16 megahertz is a fastest recommended, 18 is max. I don't see the point in it. They run fast enough, and they already generate enough heat. I would not mess with that. So, my lights just turned off because my motion sensor did not detect me. We're going to go a little bit, just 'cause I've been kind of ranty today. I feel like I need a nap. Maybe that's it. Maybe I just need a nap. I'm probably not all the way over whatever I've been battling. You know, it's not the coof. If it is, it's fooling all the tests I've taken. Did I install EasyBoard 2 on my Ender 6 yet? I did not. I have not had time. I thought I was going to today because the high school, they have an Ender 6. And he told me today, hey, I'm not getting any display. I was like, oh boy. I was like, well, is it lighting up? You know, or is it completely dead? Because if it's completely dead, no backlight, then that's usually an indicator that either the fuse blew or the power supply is dead. Dead power supply, easy fix. He's like, no, there's backlight. I was like, damn it. So I was like, well, try refreshing the firmware. He did, and it came up. But if it didn't come up, I was going to be like, well, I'll like, you can, bring the printer by. I'll just give you the board out of mine, because come to find out, I see why people are trying to put our boards and create other Creality boards in them. Is they're damn near impossible to find. You can't even buy the Ender 6 control board directly from Creality's website. Or even any other resellers. I found like 2 of them, and they were all Chinese sellers, and they wanted like $70 to $80, some of them $90 for an Ender 6 board. Sorry. Yeah, so I get why people are like, I want to put your easy board in the Ender 6, because if the stock board goes, there's not many options. The thing is, I only have so much time during the day, and that's a thing that I'd like to do it, but it doesn't need to get done, so I have to deprioritize it. I will spare you the coughing. Yeah, whatever I had I was kind of phlegmy. Didn't have a sore throat. Basically, a lot of sinus congestion, a ton of fatigue, but the post nasal drip is terrible. So, let's see. Vic has update on the tough extruder availability. I think those should be in soon, if not already. We just got a bunch of shipments from one of our suppliers that we get those from. Sorry about that. Let's see. Inbound stock. Let me check. I am looking here. Did they get stocked already? I'm seeing not a lot of stuff on the inbound, which means they might have gotten stocked like in the last the last hour or two, because I know we got 2 big boxes yesterday. I'm just searching our site. So I have a team that handles all that stuff. I'm not involved with stocking things anymore. Yeah, it says we're still out of stock on it. I thought we had those on order. I'll have to check with my shop manager, Danielle, and see what's going on, because those should have been on this reorder that I just did, which is showing completed. Let me double check, because that was back in mid-April. I'm checking. Trying to find here. I swear we reordered those. Let me see. Unless they didn't ship. I'm just looking at the invoices right now. And then we got more of our aluminum ones in. Your aluminum extruders, steppers, socks, nozzles. I wonder if these are still outstanding and they're not entered into a PO. Because I know I reordered at least 100 of them. Let me see. Because I'm very confused. I know rest of items including extruder. Yeah, so I got a tracking number on Friday. What the hell? Anyways, I'll have to circle back. I swear to God I ordered those. But maybe I had a brain fart. Either way, I'm going to do at least one more run of the tough extruders, which are the Titan clones that we have. And I am currently testing a new, it's like a Titan and a Bondtech had a baby type extruder, and I have it on my Ziltech gear. Our support guys have some of them, and Sean has one of them, and I also got a bunch of other ones. So I'm kind of thinking that's the way to go. And I was talking to, and so we're talking about extruders. This is one thing I didn't realize because I, obviously know how to adjust my extruders. I like the Titan design. I think it's still a great design, even though it's a single feed in terms of where it's touching the filament. So on the Titan design, you've got a bearing that just rolls on the backside of the filament, and then the gear has the teeth and it pushes it. And it's a 3-to-1 gearing ratio. Now, I know how to adjust the tension on the Tough Extruder / Titan clones. It's, I know how to do that because I've been using them, and I have them on basically every printer in my office here. And what I realize is a lot of people that have a bad experience with those type of extruders in the Titan design is they don't usually have the tension set correctly, because if you set it too tight, it crushes the filament, and then you have feed issues, or if you set it too loose, it doesn't grab. So you got to actually adjust it. What I realize is when you're dealing with the dual extruder or the dual drive gear ones, is you can only compress it so far. So basically there's less room for user error with the dual drive ones because you can't crush the filament like you can with a bearing style one. So I am moving towards getting our next version. So what'll be the Tough Extruder V2 as a dual drive gear one. And we're not doing like, I know there's plenty of other places selling just straight up Bondtech clones. I don't want to sell Bondtech clones. I want to do something that is dual drive gear with a 3-to-1 gearing ratio, as well as something that we can just put on most printers without an adapter bracket. So like with the Tough Extruders, which are the Titan style, you have to have on an Ender 3 and a CR10 an angle bracket because it can't go in the stock location. It'll hit the lead screw. So the ones we're testing right now actually fit in the stock extruder location on the Creality machines, on the CR10s, the Ender 3s, the Ender 3 V2s, without any adapter bracket. So it makes installation a lot quicker and a lot easier. So I'm really liking it. It also fits on the Ziltech gear with no adapter, even with their larger lead screw nut. So, all right, moving on. Nadir says he's looking for, he can't find a PI sheet logo through his until I receive one. Should I buy Kapton tape? Kapton, I haven't printed on Kapton in a while, but that was actually something, that was very popular, to do back in the day. I mean, honestly, if you got like honestly, if I was in a pinch and I didn't have a surface, throw some Vision Miner down on bare metal. I have literally stuck prints down onto bare metal with just Vision Miner. So I see someone asking about Vicker power supplies. Never heard of them. I'm gonna look them up. AC to DC. Yeah, I don't know anything about them. Never heard of them. So, I mean, most of the power supply brands I've heard of, obviously Meanwhile, but like Delta, and a couple other things. I'm just drawing a blank. But anyways, Rich G, I replaced Power Supply Ender 2 Pro with Meanwhile 24 watt 150 watt. Definitely seems to heat up faster. But then again, my car seems to run better after I wash it. So how did you do that? Did you just literally, do you have the power supply sitting to the side? Because my plan was actually get a whole new, what's the word I'm looking for? A whole new enclosure and put the Meanwhile in there. I'm just curious. Let's see. Kevin Coagan, how to keep a Bowden tube from hitting the build plate on Ender 5 Plus? Is it worth going to direct drive and reverse Bowden? So I have mine locked in the back with a little clip. And if you go in our help center, there's an STL file that our guy from, what's his name? Our guy from our Discord server, Dusty, he actually, that's what I'm looking for. I'm blanking. He designed it and told me I could put it up there. So that's what I use on mine. And it holds, you put a zip tie through it, and you put two M4, M5 nuts to the extrusion, and it keeps it sticking straight up so it doesn't sag. And that's what I've been using on mine, and it's been great. It solved that issue completely. I think I saw Rich, he said he put, It fits the OEM case. Oh, did you take the Meanwhile power supply board out of its housing and put it into Creality's housing? Is that what you did? I don't know if I want to have people doing that. Seems kind of jank. Although you're putting it into a metal enclosure. Let me find your, I think you're Rich. You're Rich in, you're Rich G in the Discord server, aren't you? I'm trying to find it. I'm curious. It was in chat. 421. Why is this not letting me search? Come on, Discord. I want to find that. I'm curious to see how that looks. I just don't know if I just don't know if that's something I would recommend people do, because you're taking a power supply board out of its like what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's, you know, enclosure that it's like tested in, so you're technically like breaking the whole UL thing. But it's good to know. I'm trying to find why. Okay, Discord is not letting me search. Sorry, hang on. Post it in there. I can't search. Discord search sucks. Can you post it in live streams? I'm starting to like. I talked about this before. Like, I feel like my ADHD meds are not working as well. They're kind of like making me not talk clearly today. And I've been getting plenty of sleep. It's annoying. Let's see. There we go. Switch. Interesting. So, yep, that's a Meanwhile in there. Wow, look at that. Even that lines up. So the the screws for the clamps and everything line up too. Wow. I mean, shit, I'd do that. I'm not even gonna lie. I would do this with mine and feel okay doing that. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. So the question is, in terms of selling a product, would we like have people send in their broken Ender 2 Pro power supplies and swap them out, or do we just be like, here's how you do it? Yeah. For me, I would do this personally. As a company selling a product, I don't think I would be comfortable telling people to do that as a product. Like, here, gut this board out of the Meanwhile. But it's good to know. I'll order one of those. All right. Interesting. All right, let's go ahead and answer quick questions. People ask about Albany's again. I'm too busy to do stupid shit like that. So that's why little stuff like that doesn't happen, is because I just don't have the time. I got to pick and choose what I put my time towards. All right. Let's go ahead and answer quick questions. People ask me, Albany's again. I'm not too busy to do stupid shit like that. So that's why little stuff like that doesn't happen, is because I just don't have the time. I got to pick and choose what I put my time towards. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna see if there's any other quick questions to answer. And like I said, sorry, I'm a bit off today. I don't know. It's just if I need a nap or something or whatever. Just been kind of like this for about a week now. It sucks. Peterson says, I've got my fan stopped working on my fan stopped working on my Easy Board 1.2. Both fan connectors started failing. Should I replace the board or the LM7812? Is the LM7812 a power regulator? Or is that the transistor that I'm thinking of? I think that's the transistor. No, the 7812, I don't know if that's a 7812. I gotta pull up the schematic. I gotta look here. But here's the thing: if your MOSFETs are randomly failing, I would look at your wiring to make sure there's no shorts, because when I've had people say their MOSFETs failed, they usually end up finding out that there was an issue that was physically causing a short, which was then killing the MOSFETs. So hang on, I'm pulling up my schematics here. I'm trying to see what the part number is on that. On the V1.2s. So I know we changed to a higher rated one. The original board versions, they used the BC817. I can't remember what we switched those to. I know we switched those to a slightly higher rated one because the BC817s were the half amp rated ones. And then we went up to a slightly higher one just because of part availability. Where is it? I know the V2 and the V1.2 use the same FETs. Heaters, fans. I don't have the BOM handy. I do have spares in my drawer, but anyways, yeah, I mean, in general, most NPN little transistors in that footprint, I think that's the SC70 size for the package. I'm looking it up here. So the BC817 is what we used, and I believe that's the SC70 package size. Yeah, so that was an on semiconductor MOSFET. But you can replace it with most NPN ones that are in the same specs. So just look at the datasheet for the BC817 and find something with those same specs. You know, for the I can't talk. I need to wrap this up. I think I'm gonna go actually lay down. Maybe I just didn't sleep well tonight or last night. So, anyways, I'm gonna see if there's any other LM812. Oh wait, so you are running a step down. The LM8. Oh, so you're running a step down. You will check to make sure your step downs are not shorting things out. I'm going to tell you right now, I do not recommend you run a step down off of any of our fan outputs. So just because I can't be like, oh yes, they'll be fine. If your step down shorts out, which is much more, or not shorts out, but fails, which is much more likely in my opinion than a standard fan, even a cheap fan, you could also take the MOSFET out with it. Or if it starts failing and it pulls too much current, you just burn them out. But anyways, I think that's about it. Skydown, I can answer this. He says, what are a couple of your favorite 300mm plus bed printers? I would say the Enderfy Plus is up there. Just swap the LCD out. MPOF's asking about easy bulbs. I got to put the order in. Again, priorities. You know, the smart home stuff is kind of a side thing for me. I'd like to keep doing it, but again, I only have 24 hours in a day. 8 of those are for sleeping, and I'm trying not to work crazy. So, but yeah, I need to go lay down for a bit. I'm just like crashing. I don't know if I'm crashing. I'm tired. So anyways, I will give Remo his dingo stick though, since he was a good boy. and not annoying. I feel like this stream sucked compared to my other ones, and I apologize for that. Hopefully next week I'll be feeling more myself. I don't know if it's just because I was sick all week last week and I'm coming out of it, or I don't know. Who knows? But I know you want a dingo stick. You speak? Yeah? Can I shake? I want to touch. Sit. Shake. Speak. Shake. Speak. Shake. There you go. Good boy. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna go take a nap. And then John, I think John, you're watching. I'll call you after I'm done. But I am crashing or something. My body's telling me right now I need to go rest. So I'm gonna go do that, and I will talk to you guys later. I see MPOV. Get some rest. Take care of yourself. Lots of allergies. Can allergies make you fatigued? Can you just develop allergies? I haven't had like bad allergies, but maybe that's it. Like, quit vaping. I quit nicotine. There's no nicotine in my vape, and I really don't use it that much anymore. I don't know if you guys noticed. I downsized to a smaller one, and it's more just for flavor and when I get a craving. So there's there's no, here, I'll even show you the bottle. Look at that. No nicotine, which that sucked coming off of. But anyways, yeah, no nicotine. It's been what, 2-3 weeks now? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, allergies make you feel tired. This I did not know this. Maybe that's it. So anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Sorry this stream was a little weird and all over the place, but at least I got it this week instead of last week where I was just like, I was so out of it.